Well, I'm Gillian Edie, and my background is in education. My sister had graduated with her PhD and her topic of study was age-related memory loss. And so from there we've combined our skills, because during her research she found that there were 6 key memory skills that people needed if they were going to live independently in old age. I thought this was much too good a news to keep to herself or leave inside a thesis. So with my background in teaching and understanding how people learn, we began to put practical exercises around those 6 key memory skills. Well, the Memory Foundation has one purpose, and that is to help seniors understand that they're in control of their future and that neuroscience has changed the picture for seniors altogether. Healthy brains continue to grow new brain connections right until the end of life, and we didn't know that. 10 or 12 years ago, it wasn't really understood. But now we know that healthy brains can continue to develop as long as they're challenged. For seniors, their memory is their life, and while the age projections are that we're going to have an exponentially growing group of people who are 100 years old, it's going to be an enormous problem for the government and for communities if these people are not alert, alive and independent in their older age. And we see games and developing these memory skills as a non-prescription way of increasing seniors' ability to live full and independent lives. Our games have been specifically designed to exercise skills such as short-term memory, working memory, face recognition, and people don't realise that they're trying them out. We have lots of paper-based games as well, but doing them interactively is much more fun and engaging. Mostly though, they're designed for seniors and they're targeted for seniors so that we've kept the interface simple.
My name is Don and I'm 77 years old. I'd read a lot about the concept that one has to keep one's brain active to avoid the onset of dementia and those sorts of things, and at my age that becomes quite a factor in life, is to both keep fit and keep the brain fit as well. So I was web surfing and I discovered the Memory Foundation games and I started playing them, and I found that they were way more beneficial than just the ordinary patience type card games which I'd previously played on the computer. Okay, I play the games maybe a couple of times a week, and I've got my computer at home set up on the desk so that when I've got time to spare I can just click onto the Memory Foundation website, which takes me straight into the main games programs, and I might play for 5 minutes or 20 minutes or just whatever time I've got available, usually until I reach a target which I set myself, because there's various levels of the game, and if I'm having a few problems attaining a different level, well, I'll just concentrate on that until I achieve the results which will enable me to pass on.
I'm Virginia Warren. I'm a member of Business and Professional Women's organisation, and I'm 75 years old, and I decided that my memory needed to be kept alive and well. I've perhaps always had a bit of a fear of dementia, and so anything that I can do to keep it going is good. Well, BPW ran it in conjunction with a Healthy Memory Company. Part of the course is introducing us to games and to a very interactive course, actually great fun. And it was, there was a lot of interest in doing more games.
I'm going to be 72 in January next year.
And I'm 73.
I use the Memory Foundation program, or we both do. We were introduced to it by Gillian, who came to our Probus group. Probus is a group of retired or semi-retired people, and there are a lot of Probus clubs around, and she came along as a speaker and gave a very interesting talk on how to keep your brain active as long through life as possible, and different strategies you can use, and she put us onto her website, so we now use the memory games for fun and for helping the brain stay active.
Using the program, we have about 5,500 people in our own community, and there are 70,000 subscribers, or a little more actually, 70,000 subscribers on the Grown Ups website, and since January the 1st, 36,000 players. We have people all over the world playing the games. There are 40 different countries that we've recorded on the website. Anecdotal results tell us that people find they're concentrating more and they're focusing more, and that they are more confident, and they find that their reaction time is faster. But speed actually isn't the important thing with our games. That's how they differ from other games, because for us the completion of the task is far more important than doing it quickly and getting it done and dusted. And in the pilot trial, we found improvement in each of the 6 memory skills, so we were very excited about that. The strongest was in prospective memory.
And one of the things which I found about the games is it tends to improve my peripheral vision as well as my attention to detail, because it's not just a question of sitting blankly staring at the screen. That doesn't work. You've got to actually concentrate or focus on the task at hand.
It's a challenge, and seniors like challenges, and this is another way of having fun while at the same time challenging yourself, enjoying the process at the same time, and developing confidence, I think, is one of the key skills.
I mean, I can see no point to playing a game unless it's fun, and we're talking sports or anything here. Entertainment is fun, and fun is entertainment, and if you can get the benefits of improving, hopefully, your quality of life, then how wonderful. And this is where the memory games are great, because they stimulate you. You have a laugh. If the little man falls off and lands in the water, there's a splash and a cry of agony and so on. Anything that keeps you amused will keep you using it. And so we've found that that's the key to everything. Enjoy it and you'll do it.
People who've done the games and done the course have been absolutely thrilled with it. They have found it exceedingly helpful. Participants liked the games in that it was a challenge for them and they wanted to better their scores. I think that was the main thing. It wasn't so much that they were competing against each other, they were competing against themselves.
By playing the games, the seniors have told us that firstly, they really appreciate being able to have control over the way their memory works and understanding what they need to do to help their memory work effectively for them. And once they've gained that control, then of course their confidence grows. And one lady who was 85 said to me, "You haven't only given me skills, you've given me hope." And you know, that's a very powerful thing.